Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, not much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Nuro luayo, na nuro luayo. Nuro luayo, na nuro luayo. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike mmadụ ga-akarị ike Chukwu. Ọ dịghị mgbe ike Naịjirịa ga-akarị ike Biafra. Nna nuro, onye kere ụwa nuro luayo. Nna nuro, Olisa bi n'igwe nuro akwayo. Now, the news updates.
Glory be to God Almighty, because Chukwu okike abịama na-arụ ihe o ji wee bụrụ Chukwu okike abịama. Ọ ya nwa bụ onye kpalitere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu wee gbaa ya ume wee make sure that na Biafra becomes a spiritual thing and that that must manifest in the physical. Yes, I love what is happening today and the trending that is on the ground today, because the amnesty program that was organized and handled and being sent to Nigeria, Imo State to be precise, regard to the Okigwe, insecurity because of the incidents in Okigwe that have shown us, and it has given us a sense of belonging that at the end of the day, the truth is being figured out and the truth is being spoken from the amnesty organization based on the group that visited Nigeria, Imo State to be precise, that which led today that the UN are finally given ultimatum that the Biafran case must be looked into immensely, regard the people involved or whosoever that could come in a kind of in the stage, in the curriculum of Biafra, to be precise. Yes, they have decided to give audience, a cordial audience, regard to our tears, to our cry, and to our complaint of what we have been complaining, which makes Maazị Nnamdi Kanu to find himself where he is today, Maazị Simon Ekpan to be where he is today. Glory be to God. Although if not for the grace of God that was upon Donald Trump, somebody like Ngozi Orabeze would have been assassinated, or if not been assassinated, she would have been in jail as we speak now. But thank God for the grace of God that is still speaking, that making Biafra what is going to be, regards coming tomorrow, and as a result of the report of the amnesty that was sent to Nigeria. Yes, Biafra must stand and Biafra must go. Igbos must go, because no more intimidation again, no more slavery and no more enslavement, says the amnesty, because the truth from the amnesty that came from the UN, because the truth has been finally figured out and fished out, and it must be, totally pursued, and it must be achieved to the glory of God Almighty. And I thank God the way that I believe it is Donald Trump push, not just UN today, but Donald Trump push, the world leaders push. I watched, video and CNN regard to the peace talk of Donald Trump and Putin. In the case of, what is it called, Ukraine. But it was not just only Ukraine talk. It was involved the Biafran talk. And you will agree with me that for the very first time in a decade from now, no president of this world was able to pull Putin out of Moscow. But Donald Trump put Putin out of Moscow. And you can see in that video, Donald Trump saluted to Putin, giving him that respect and that honor. And for the very first time, the two heavyweights enter inside one car and drove off to go and have a heavyweight versus a heavyweight discussion. And which at the end of the day, look at the concrete report that was coming out from the amnesty, which has never happened before. Every amnesty that they are being sent to Nigeria, Nigerian government always be the one to tell them and to dictate for them on what they shall tell and what they must tell the people of the world as their own report. But this time around, the table has turned down that the truth must be officially, spoken or speaks. You understand? And glory be to God that the truth has been spoken. And the people in quote regard to the amnesty that was sent by the UN are now speaking that truth, which the truth is what Nigerian government and the British doesn't want to hear. They don't want to hear it. They don't want such kind of truth. They don't want such kind of open air message, raw word. You understand? That was what the British is scared of, and Nigerian too. Nigerian government, most especially the Fulanis, they are scared of it, and they have been battling regard to that. And there is no other truth than the truth of that Nigeria and the British must obey and respect and honor the referendum of Biafran people as a nation. You understand? That referendum must be respected, and it must be honored, and it must be valid, and it must be included. Nigeria need to regard it. Britain has to respect it. You understand? Because it is part of why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is suffering. Why Simon Ekpan is paying the dues. Why Okigwe youths are dying, are being pie, are being killed by Nigerian military, by Nigerian army, unlifing the people, the citizens of Biafra, in no just cause, under the watch of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu didn't care. But want to kill them all. That is the language of a Yoruba man.
But a lot of people have come out and said that, if the Biafra cannot get their freedom, which they are seeking for now, under Gutierrez, the current UN president, that it might be difficult because when the new president take over, that it might be that the Western world and the Britain in particular, would be the one ruling the United Nations again.
Yes, I concur to that, and at the same time, I disagree. Are you hearing me? I agree and I disagree. One, why did I say I agree? I agree because Nigeria is ready to bribe any nation with a property that does not belong to them. And that property, that blessings of God, the favor of God, is no other favor than the oil, which the British are living witness, and they are living regret nation. Because had it been that they knew that the oil will be flowing up to this very day, they wouldn't have given Nigeria independence the very time they gave us independence. Yes, they are living regret. They are regretting it today. They would have waited and sucked it much better than the way they are sucking it now, to benefit it more than the way they are benefiting it now. You understand? You see why I say I agree. But why I say I disagree is this. The Biafran case and the Biafran issue is a spirit of which it can incarnate anybody. You can reincarnate or incarnate anybody, irrespective of where you come from. Don't be surprised that a ram man can rise up and become the UN boss and say Biafra must go. It is possible. Because you agree with me, currently now, there are some Fulanis now that are saying, even the Hausas today is saying, allow them to go. Are you not, didn't you watch that video of the Fulani man on social media? I was expressing his feelings about religion. That allow these people to go. that Christianity is not meant to kill, neither did Islam permit killing. So in other words, he was criticizing the killing of the Fulanis. That is to tell you that it doesn't matter who goes there. It all matters the person and the spirit taking over the person in that position. Of which the Chukwu Abiyama, the God of Biafrans, have decided he has taken over the case of Biafra, of which, be it who that goes there, that same person could be used to achieve the dream. You see why I say I disagree. And for your information, Biafran has gone beyond the level that anybody born of a woman, so long that person is matching this earth, the person can never stop Biafra from rising.
My people, don't hear them now. What do you make of it? Drop your comments. But remember, it's Biafra or nothing. Bye for now.